Welcome back to the Daily 5 Podcast. This is me, Rainy Cage, and today I have been asking for people's suggestions for topics, and one of the one was, what was my top 5 most anticipated movies for the rest of the year? We're midway through the year, and what were the, top 5 movies I was looking forward to the most? Before I get into the top 5, I'll talk about a couple honorable mentions. Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets. I love Luc Besson for the most part. Didn't like Lucy. Looks like my perfect cup of cheesy sci-fi. It's coming out on my birthday, so I can't wait for that. Coco, the Disney Pixar film. It's an original story. We've seen this in other animated films, but this has been kind of a weak year for animation so far, so this is the one I'm looking forward to that maybe can get us a really good animated movie before the year's over with. The Cloverfield movie, that's still very mysterious, but I think that's kind of the way J.J. Abrams is going with these. It could be called the Cloverfield Particle, maybe, is the rumor. I imagine it's going to be a couple months out before we get anything about this. I hope it doesn't end up getting delayed or something, because I really am looking forward to whatever's next in the Cloverfield. I love 10 Cloverfield Lane. It was one of my favorite movies last year, so I'm looking forward to see what they do next. But let's get into the top 5 most anticipated movies of 2017 from this moment on, midway through the year. Number 5, Thor Ragnarok. This looks freaking awesome. The trailer was hilarious. It looked way different from the other 2 Thor movies. We're going to get a lot of Hulk in here. And it looked like it had kind of a Guardians feel to it a little bit. But I'm interested to see how this Thor trilogy ends. And, we don't really know a lot of story about it, and I kind of like that. I kind of am just ready to go see this Thor movie. Number 4, I'm going to go with The Kingsman, this Golden Circle, the sequel to The Kingsman Secret Service movie. I absolutely love that movie. It's one of my favorite movies the year it came out. The trailer for this movie, the first trailer, I hated. But I'm still excited about this movie. Matthew Vaughn returning to direct gives me huge confidence that this is going to be fantastic. Matthew Vaughn has really done no wrong at all so far, so I'm sure this is going to be great. Number 3, I've got Spider-Man Homecoming. Getting ready to see this here in a couple days. I love Spider-Man. He's one of my favorite comic book heroes, and I've liked a lot of the Spider-Man movies. I wasn't really game for them rebooting it already, but since he is in the MCU and since he was amazing in Civil War, I'm okay for it. The trailers have looked great. You get Iron Man in here. You get a new origin story, not the same old one we've gotten 100 times. So Spider-Man Homecoming is definitely going to be something interesting to look forward to. My number 2, War for the Planet of the Apes. I love the first 2 Planet of the Apes movie, especially the last one. It was just a masterpiece. Every time I watch it, I like it a little bit more, and the way I hear it is this movie's fantastic. Get to go see it in about a week, and all the critics have really loved it, and I just can't wait. We could be looking at one of the greatest trilogies of all time if this movie is as good as I think it's going to be. Woody Harrelson as a villain, I mean, come on. It looks awesome. I'm ready to see what happens, how we're going to finish off Caesar's storyline, because I think this is going to be it for Caesar, but we shall see. And then, of course, if you have not guessed it yet, my most anticipated movie is Star Wars: The Last Jedi, Episode 8. I freaking love Star Wars, and Episode 7 was fantastic. I'm interested to see what happens to all these new characters that we already freaking love. Rey. I want to see what happens to Kylo Ren. I want some answers, which I know we're going to get some answers to some things, but not to others, more questions. I just want to see Luke light up that green lightsaber and just whoop down some people. I hope that happens. Once again, another movie that we've barely seen anything of. I know we'll get a couple more trailers before it comes out, but I am just pumped out of my mind for the next Star Wars. I will be going to theaters a bazillion times to see it. But anyways, that's my top 5 most anticipated movies for the rest of this year. What do you guys think? Did I leave something out? I know there's just a ton of movies. I'm going to see a ton more. But we shall see. Until next time, this is Rainy Cage. Peace out.